I'm from the government, and I'm only here to help. Myself to your stuff. Now, I can count on your vote for me this year, right?
As I record this, America Wake Up is trending as we speak on Twitter. Before I go over that, under America Wake Up, and believe me, people have a completely different idea of what waking up means. Check out how the federalized police force treats this Vietnam vet.
And we murdered people. We did it every day. And your generation doesn't know that. You don't know that. So that's why this Vietnam veteran, combat medic, who took injured and dead soldiers off of helicopters, this is why I did this. Well, I took an oath to defend my country. And then when I got to Vietnam, we committed atrocities.
First of all, let me just say, this guy got sprayed directly in the eyes with probably some kind of industrial grade pepper spray. And this guy's a beast, man. He's continuing on with his message in the face of certain pain.
We committed atrocities every single day when I was in Vietnam. I took an oath to defend this government. And when I got to Vietnam, we committed atrocities. I stood next to a ditch in Vietnam, and we murdered 170 Vietnamese people. And you guys don't know that.
Sir, are you all right?
Like I said, guys, this guy is a trooper sucking this up.
Well, that was a direct spray. Woo!
Sir, what is your name?
Let me just recap. He said, we took an oath to defend the Constitution, to defend the United States, and we went to Vietnam and committed atrocities. Guys, I don't know if you've done much reading on wars, but all wars are bankers' wars.
Boy, he got me right in the fucking eye.
It's not about spreading freedom. It's not about spreading democracy. You know what Benjamin Franklin said about democracy? Democracy is two wolves and a lamb deciding on what to have for dinner. It's a majority rule scenario. People aren't going overseas to die for and spread democracy or American freedoms. They're there to enrich bankers. Poor men fight in rich men's war to make rich men richer.
Oh, fuck.
You guys have anything? Is there a medic?
There's no medics out here.
Here, I'll give you my card. Somebody needs to get this on film, shit.
God, everybody got it.
I mean, really.
Just holding up.
That's why I'm here.
Was yesterday your first day?
No, I've been here 6 days in a row.
Just don't rub your eye. Do not rub it.
Okay, you want to walk back this way? There's water in the tents over here.
So that's just one thing. I want to show you real quick. It's America Wake Up is trending. It's got 74.8 thousand tweets as I make this video right here. But I wanted to show you how polarized we are by first showing you the liberal side of what liberals think it means for America to wake up. This person right here, Save Democracy, obviously a BLM supporter. Remember, guys, BLM, according to Patrisse Cullors, who is a BLM founder, says we are trained Marxist. If BLM is Marxism, if they are trained Marxists, then what they're doing is 100% antithetical to liberty. They are against America and Americans, not for Americans. Hawk Newsom said, if we don't get what we want, we're going to burn this country to ashes. That's a terrorist threat coming out of BLM. Hawk Newsom is a BLM leader in the greater New York area. So this person says Trump is Nazi racist. Trump killed nearly 150,000 Americans. I guess he's talking about the CV-19 thing. Trump sent his goons to Portland and other cities for beating and gassing to peaceful, unarmed protesters. I haven't seen much peace. This person's being completely dishonest. Retweet if you think Trump is Nazi dictators, whatever. Hashtag America Wake Up. But watch the video that they play. This video is making its rounds. This video is, look, everybody's playing this video. Everybody's playing this video and it's getting a lot of airtime. This video right here is what's causing this to go viral. It's what's causing this hashtag to go viral. Let me just go back. It doesn't matter which of these videos I play because they're all the same thing. But I just want to point out that this same video is being used by the left and the right to say, America, wake up. And this is testimony to the fact that we are completely at odds. Complete polarization has ensued. Check out the video that both the left and the right are commandeering for themselves.
Say what you want about America, land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country.
Okay, so the dumbass MFers so far are Trump supporters who wave American flags and Trump. Okay, those are the dumbass MFers.
Dumbass motherfuckers, you know? The real owners.
And if you're outside defending your home, that's the implication here. If you're outside defending your home like the McCloskeys are doing here, you're a dumbass MFer because they're taking for themselves the words of George Carlin. And George Carlin is broad spectruming it. He's saying he's putting the kibosh on the entire left versus right paradigm lie. But the left is taking this for themselves, saying, yeah, that applies to the right. And you'll see in a second, the right's taking this for themselves to say, yeah, that applies to the left. And both of them don't realize that it applies to both of them at the same time. It's amazing how blind people can be.
The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things.
Okay, so they're against Trump, they're against Jeff Bezos, they're against Putin here.
To make all the important decisions. The politicians are put there to get
making deals with the Saudis. Who made deals with the Saudis? Oh, that's right, Obama did. Oh, that's right, Trump's doing that. Oh, that's right, George H.W. and George W. and Clinton. They all made, Nixon. They all made, Reagan. Go right on down the line. Republican, Democrat. They're making deals with the Saudis. The Saudis are our enemies, guys.
give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice.
They have Lindsey Graham there. I want to point all this out. They're applying George Carlin's words. The left is applying George Carlin's words to Trump, people who follow Trump and Donald Trump and the Republican Party.
Owners, they own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid.
Monsanto. So they're putting Monsanto in the right paradigm lie. They've got Mitch McConnell here.
The Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control.
You'll notice real quick what's blaringly absent here. You've got Fox News, you got Trump, you got Lindsey Graham, the Republican Party, flag-waving Americans. This is completely leftist. Leftists are taking George Carlin's words to themselves.
Just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens.
Watch this. They don't want a population of citizens what, George Carlin?
Capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed,
well-informed citizens who are engaged in critical thinking. Who are those? Oh, they're the BLM protesters who are tearing down statues, spray painting things, throwing statues and monuments into rivers.
Educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested.
Those are the well-educated people. The BLM is taking this unto themselves that they are the well-educated people, and the country bumpkins are the people who support Trump.
That doesn't help them. That's against.
There you go. Throwing. Those are the well-educated people right there, throwing statues into rivers.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. But these same people will not talk about Jeffrey Epstein visiting Barack Obama 3 times at the White House. These same people won't talk about Jeffrey Epstein's good relationship with Gil Bates. They won't talk about that because it's all skewed, guys.
By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long, where they tell you what to believe all day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think.
Poor little victimized Jim Acosta there getting the microphone taken away from him.
What to buy. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about
all these mask-wearing people. This video is painting these mask-wearing people out as, hey, they don't give a F about you. You could be out there obeying the government, and they don't give a F about you.
They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans...
Oh, more Republicans right here. Just lining up all the Republicans. Talking bad about the Republicans. It's the Republicans. They're the problem. They're the problem, says the leftists, the liberals. You don't see anything of Joe Biden in here. There's nothing talking about Barack Obama as being the problem here.
The owners count on the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being...
Willfully ignorant, and then they have the picture of the Confederate flag there. No harsh word against Nazi Pelosi. Nothing about Adam Schiff for brains.
Willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
America, wake up. Your enemy is the Republican Party. It's Donald Trump. So there you go. The left is using this to condemn the right, and then the right has a response. This person right here named Melissa Tate. Let's see, she's got quite a following. She's got 387,000 followers. Says conservative Trumpublican. So she's a Trump's follower. Wife, mother, and child of the Most High God, retweeted by President Donald Trump. So she takes comfort in that. She feels honored that she's gotten retweeted by Donald Trump. So now the right says, and this is just an example, one person on the right, the American Wake Up video is a twist on reality. I agree. It is a twist on reality. Trump is not part of the DC establishment swamp that's been screwing the American people for decades. Maybe not for decades, but definitely for the last 3.5 years. How do we know? Can you give me one reason why you think that, Brian? No, I can give you 6.2 trillion reasons. Anybody who signs a $6.2 trillion banker/corporate bailout package that screws the American people and kicks the can of transgenerational debt slavery down the street to make your children, your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren be indebted to the bankers is your enemy. That's what Obama did. That's what Bush before him did. That's what Daddy Bush did. That's what Reagan did. Anybody who increases the national debt increases the shackles of your slavery. We got to get this down in us. So anybody, I don't care if they have an R by their name or a D by their name. I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat, playing for Team Red or Team Blue, Team Elephant or Team Donkey. They're against you if they're increasing the national debt. If they're increasing the coffers of the military-industrial complex that we were warned about through Eisenhower. If they're continuing to propagate the drug war, if they're continuing to have on American soil the domestic terror cell called the IRS, if they are continuing that, then they are your enemy. They're not your friend. And you need to talk equally about them as you do about the Democrats. You need to talk about the Democrats equally as you do talk about the Republicans. The measure you mete out to the Republicans is the same you should mete out to the Democrats, because they all do the same thing. They're all in the same bed together. So here is the Republican slant on the video that we just saw. She says, here is the real version they twisted, showing you who the real villains in this country are. Please retweet to counter the lies. So here's the counter to the lies. All a testimony to the power of the left versus right paradigm lie.
Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have...
Wait, the big wealthy business interests like who? Oh yeah, the big wealthy business interests like the Rothschilds banking cartel, or the Rockefeller Foundation, or the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, or places like Gavi. See, Trump supports Gavi.
15 years ago, you made a big bet with Gavi. How do you think that's paid off?
Well, the work of Foundation has done in vaccines through Gavi has been the most important thing we've done.
Gavi operates with great transparency, and Boris Johnson is somebody with tremendous respect for you and everything you do. He called, he said, "Do you think you could do something maybe around the Oval Office or right by the Oval Office?" I said, "Why not? It happens to be right behind me." As the coronavirus has shown, there are no borders. It doesn't discriminate. It's mean, it's nasty, but we're going to all take care of it together. It's great to be partnering with you. We will work hard. We will work strong. Send my regards to Boris, and good luck. Let's get the answer.
Tell parents about getting their kids vaccinated.
Measles. I'm the measles. Tell parents about that.
They have to get the shot. The vaccinations are so important. This is really going around now. They have to get their shots.
New vaccines for poor world diseases, getting the prices down for those, getting them introduced and delivered. And that's why we've saved millions of lives. And every time people look at aid money and say, what's the most impactful thing they can find in that whole space, Gavi gets ranked at the very top.
The vaccinations are so important.
Trump supports the vaccine. He created a program called Operation Warp Speed, which is going to increase the vaccine on the landscape of American culture and the entire world. And Bill Gates already said that the vaccine is the final solution.
And then the final solution, which is a year to 2 years off, is the vaccine. So we've got to go full speed ahead on all three fronts.
Just to head off the conspiracy theorists, maybe we shouldn't call the vaccine the final solution. Maybe just the best solution. Okay.
Yeah, the return to normal solution.
Exactly.
He wants a dose for every single person on this planet. Over 7 billion doses is what he's calling for, and Trump is doing the exact same thing. So if you vote for Barack Obama was a vote for the bankers. A vote for Joe Biden is a vote for the bankers. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for the bankers, for Gil and Melinda Bates, for the vaccine, for you got to take your shots, for an increase in the coffers of the military-industrial complex, a propagation of the drug war, a propagation of the prison-industrial complex, guarding the poppy fields in Afghanistan. The whole works. Every president does it, guys. No president is different because all they are puppets on a string. Changed my mind.
Freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
They own you. George Carlin couldn't be more correct. They, the Democrat and Republican Party, is the dog and pony show. The CNN, MSLSD, and Fox News are the propaganda arm of the military-industrial complex, and they're there to distract, deceive, and divide the masses into corralling you, the sheep, the unthinking sheep, into voting for Team Red or Team Blue. It's the left versus right paradigm lie that keeps you and me bickering among ourselves so that they can distract, deceive, and divide us so that we can be easily conquered. That's the game plan. And the reason they're winning, the reason they have us in checkmate right now is because we continue to vote for the chains of our own oppression.
They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back.
So now you'll notice what's missing in this video. What was missing in the Democrats' commandeering of this video were the Democrats. What's missing in the Republican commandeering of this video are the Republicans. You won't see anything bad said about Donald Trump. You'll see flashes of Hillary Clinton. You'll see flashes of Barack Obama. You'll see flashes of the Democrats.
Pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They want obedient workers. Obedient workers.
They do, but who is they? It's the Rothschilds' banking interest. Guys, in the 1990s, Wilbur Ross, who worked for Rothschilds, Inc., bailed out a guy named, gosh, what was his name? Oh, that's right, Donald Trump, who owned this establishment it was a casino called the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. Wilbur Ross, through the Rothschilds, Inc., bailed out the guy who is now President Donald Trump. That means this president is in the back pocket. And I'm talking about bailing out to the tune of hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Some estimates are $4.2 billion. He's in the back pocket of the bankers. So when that guy becomes president of the United States, who becomes Commerce Secretary? Oh, a guy named, Wilbur Ross, who back in the 90s bailed out Donald Trump. They keep it all in the family, guys. All in the family.
People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime.
And who gets screwed? Who gets screwed in all that? The politicians don't get screwed. The lawmakers don't get screwed. The law enforcers don't get screwed. We get screwed. And what do we continue to do? We continue to vote for the people who are screwing us.
and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money so they can give it to their criminals.
Yep, they set up the Social Security system, which is a socialized government. They write a $6.2 trillion stimulus package to sink you deeper and deeper in debt and make you more and more dependent on government. And then they want to take away your Social Security that you've worked all your life to pay into. Not that you wanted to pay into it, but they forced you to. And if you didn't do it, then you'd be penalized.
Criminal friends on Wall Street. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
That's right. It's a left versus right paradigm lie club, and you're not in it, but you continue to vote for it. But Brian, Trump is better than Joe Biden any day of the week. Oh, really? How is that right-handed puppet better than the left-handed puppet when the people who are wearing the puppet, the puppets on their hands, are the ones who control the levers of power? Please explain that to me. They are our problems. They're only giving you front men to lie to you, and you're believing it.
You and I are not in the big club. The owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking.
They really don't want. But watch what they're going to equate in this Republican version, this conservative version, this rightist version. Look what they're going to equate with critical thinkers.
Want well-informed, well-educated people.
Oh, well-informed, well-educated critical thinkers tune into InfoWars. InfoWars. Alex Jones is constantly stumping for Trump, who's a Zionist, who's in the back pocket of the international bankers.
People capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right.
You're not engaged in critical thinking if you take a side, if you take a left or a right side. If you're taking any other side than truth and morality and logic and justice, which the left and the right, neither the left nor the right are interested in logic and truth and morality and justice, neither one of them. So if you take a left or right position, you have to abandon logic, reason, truth, and morality. But if you stand on logic, truth, reason, and morality, you reject the left versus right paradigm lie. If you guys disagree with me, leave your thoughts about this in the comment section below. If you enjoy these videos and you want to support the channel, the best thing you can do to support this channel is to give this video a like and share it with everybody you know everywhere you can on social media. If you want to support further, the links are in the description below. I will see you guys in the next heavily censored, shadow banned, and now 100% demonetized. We've seen some crazy crap happen in the past month that we never thought would happen in the United States of America. People fighting over toilet paper and disinfectant sprays, reports coming in from all over the place of empty store shelves, no meat, no chicken, no eggs, the rice is gone. The last thing you want to do is be at a store fighting over food with the rest of the lemmings. But you can sidestep all that by going to my website, preparewithhighimpactflix.com, where you can pick up a couple months worth of delicious, nutritious, 2,000 calorie a day food that can store for up to 25 years. The site is preparewithhighimpactflix.com, and I'll throw that in the description and in the pinned comment for you. Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large crowds. It's better to have a food supply and not need it than to need it and not have it.